Hello guys and welcome to another video. As said in the title of this video, I'm going to explain the entirety of the Broken Ghost questline in Apex Legends for those who didn't understand the story or didn't have enough time or patience to read up on it. I know it was a long process as there was a lot of dialogue, but you can't fault Respawn. I bet if we weren't in quarantine we'd have cinematic trailers and everything because Respawn have shown their capability of doing that. Saying no more, I'm trying to make this video as short and sweet as I can, but before I start, can I please ask all of you to subscribe to my channel and also like this video. Also, please feel free to check out my other videos. I do put a massive amount of time into making this content, and you do not know how much this means to me. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the near future. Bye. It starts when Loba invites all the legends to a bar called the Paradise Lounge. She asks for some help acquiring a treasure for her collection, and in return, they can make use of her many abilities. Confused at first, as the legends don't trust her, they are hesitant to help her. Loba started digging into the pasts of all the legends. She then puzzled them even further when stating that the treasure is in several different pieces scattered across the alternate dimension of King's Canyon. She makes it clear that Revenant cannot find out about this. This chapter ended with someone coming forward and alerting Revenant anonymously. After agreeing to help Loba, Mirage, with other legends, start to question how Loba would know their secrets. Bangalore made it clear that they were not to trust Loba, and they should meet in private to discuss this mission they were asked to go on. Octane then shares that he has a date with one of the Loba's private contacts from Hammond Robotics, Yoko. After discussion between Bangalore and Lifeline, they decide to send Octane on this date to gather intel for the team, and aid that mission, possibly against Loba. Following that, Wraith starts running recon on Octane's date, whilst Mirage and a few other legends went on their first mission to collect a piece of the artifact. After watching Octane on his first date, they find that he was possibly the worst person you could possibly send into an undercover mission. After saving himself offering Bangalore's autograph, he manages to get Yoko to spill some information. She explains that Loba was after something in the warehouse underneath Skulltown called the source code. This source code managed to escape the area before Loba was able to retrieve it. Mirage then interrupts, promptly radioing into Wraith and says something that sent goosebumps down all of our gamers' spines. Watson's down. Surprisingly, the person who felt the most hurt from this was Caustic. After questioning Loba about the mission, Revenant appears, and Wraith realises that they've picked the worst path possible. Revenant starts this chapter by making everyone aware they had a foreman on the inside. His entrance was frightening, and jumping onto the front of Watson's bed while she's unconscious is even more frightening for everyone that could see it. This is how we knew about their plan. Revenant seemed curious into why Loba is looking for spare parts. Quickly, Bangalore, Gibby and Bloodhound appear, randomly forcing Revenant to make an escape. After everyone leaves, Bangalore sends Octane back out to get the rest of the information from Yoko, but Octane has different ideas and decides to go on his own covert secret mission. Continuing this story, Lifeline is at Bangalore's front door, knocking quite forcefully. Lifeline came to discuss Octane. She explains that Octane went on a mission by himself and now he's missing. After this brief encounter, showing Bangalore a note that Octane did leave, and also a brief disagreement, Lifeline contacts Wraith and decides to find Yoko herself. She takes Yoko to Bangalore's house and tries to bribe her with the autograph that Octane promised her. Bangalore wasn't pleased but gave in. Lifeline then admits to Bangalore that she's the one who caused Octane to go in alone, and she feels guilty. Her comments the previous night was apparently the reason why Octane went on his solo mission and didn't want to be an informant. They managed to get the dirt on Loba and all meet back at the bar. They're going in after Octane. Watson thankfully regains consciousness. Her and Crypto have nearly finished assembling the artifact. Bangalore then calls a meeting, exposing Loba for allegedly working on Hammond's dime. After heated discussion against Loba, she snaps and explains that she couldn't trust those guys as they fight eye to eye with Revenant in the arena every single day. So she made up a story about treasure as a cover-up. What she was really after and what this source code actually is would be Revenant's human head which is the only way to actually end his life, to kill the source. The guys return with another artifact and Octane, but without his legs. At the start of this chapter, Watson informs Crypto that the artifact is in fact female. Caustic and Bloodhound are talking, Loba looks nervous, Lifeline and Gibby have finished repairing Octane, and out of nowhere, Watson screams as Crypto's drone has her pinned against a wall with Revenant's voice coming out of it. After Revenant revealing Loba's whole plan, everyone is quick to judge Crypto, and they've now believed that he is the inside mole. Watson then starts the next chapter by saying she's never faced betrayal before, amongst the many things that her dad taught her. As I believe with everyone else, they're all pointing their finger at Crypto. A few minutes later, Mirage, Wraith and Path return with another artifact. It was all speculation until Caustic gets onto something. He thinks Crypto wants to destroy the Syndicate and that's why he's working with Revenant. That didn't go right with Crypto. He felt Caustic's speech was a little staged, so he tries to turn it around on Caustic, but unfortunately Caustic flaunts him. Later on, there was a brief conversation between Caustic and Gibby. Well, what seemed to be a brief interaction. After sharing a few words on who should be protected, on their different opinions, Gibraltar finds that Caustic was actually the rat, and tries to frame Crypto because not only did he want to keep him away from Watson, he didn't want Loba digging into his past and unearthing things that were best left buried. After their confrontation finishes, Gibraltar puts a call out to meet at the bar. Bangalore shows up and explains that Bloodhound brought back another piece. Gibraltar starts building the rest of the artifact as Bangalore follows Loba to ensure her safety against Revenant. Nearing the last chapter of this story, it starts with Bangalore observing Loba's ship. She climbs out and makes it clear that she knows someone's there. Bangalore, feeling that her cover's been blown, then watches Revenant emerge from the shadows. After an extremely aggressive start to their conversation, Revenant comes clean to Loba and explains that he'd like to help her on a quest to kill his human form. Loba's extremely puzzled at this point. He then continues to explain that a glitch in his programming causes him to live death again and again and again, all in one moment. Rather than erasing his memory, he wants an easy way out. After further discussion about it, and Revenant explaining that he's on their side, he leaves, and Bangalore enters the area, also puzzled, but is interrupted by Gibraltar, that explains he was shocked what this artifact actually is, and she needs to return to the bar. Hammond are ready to send the coordinates, they just have to deliver the artifact. This part of the story was just a brief conversation between Lifeline and Octane. This is a very confusing, but I'll try to make my best with it. Octane utters the names Darien and Duardo, and he says it means something to do with him and Lifeline. He explains that the head knows and is confused how it possibly could. He also mentions something about numbers that was said during their interaction. He then goes on to say that he would not like to mess with them, which I'm assuming he's referring to the names that Ash, the head, muttered. He said, hearing their names makes me want to run. More than normal. Lifeline then proceeded to talk about a place called Olympus and the possibility about going there. The last sentence of this chapter gave me literal goosebumps. Octane says, "We gotta tell the others. To them, it's just another place in the Outlands. But to us, it's home.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I haven't managed to look into the backstory of Lifeline and Octane, and maybe Olympus has something to do with their home. I really have no clue. I feel that Hammered Robotics is up to something, and this is something we will see in Season 6. One thing we don't know for certain though is whether this means we'll get another map. Possibly Olympus will be where the story is based in the upcoming season, and hopefully we get a third map to explore. I really hope this happens. What do you guys think? You think we should just stick with World's Edge or Kings Canyon, or would you like to see another map? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you liked today's video, make sure to like this video and also feel free to hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. Without further ado, I will see you guys on Saturday. Bye.